starts with something small. A dull ache in your calf, a tightness in your thigh. Maybe you ignored it the first few times, thinking it was just a long day. But slowly, quietly, it crept in. Now, when you rise from a chair, it feels like gravity has doubled. Your legs don't just hurt, they feel heavy, stiff, sometimes even numb. Walking across the room feels like a marathon. Stairs, a mountain. You catch yourself holding onto railings, walls, furniture, anything for support. And deep inside, a voice whispers, "Is this how aging begins?" But what if I told you that voice is wrong? That this pain, this stiffness, this struggle, it isn't your final story. Because today, we're uncovering something powerful. Not from a lab, not from a pharmacy, but from nature's own basket. Certain vegetables, humble, forgotten, and often ignored, hold the key to reversing leg pain, boosting blood flow, restoring muscle strength, and making you feel years younger. This isn't folklore. This is food science, and it's changing lives. Let's start with what's really going on inside aging legs. After 60, your circulation naturally slows, your muscle fibers shrink, your joints dry out, and silent inflammation starts to build. It's like your legs are slowly starving, not just for protein or rest, but for the right kind of fuel. That's where these miracle vegetables come in. Rich in specific antioxidants, minerals like potassium and magnesium, and plant-based compounds that reduce inflammation, they don't just feed your body, they rewire it. They open up blood vessels like nature's own plumber. They relax tight muscles. They flush out uric acid. And most importantly, they reawaken your strength. But here's the catch. Most people over 60 aren't eating them. Either they're forgotten, or replaced by processed foods, or tossed aside as rabbit food. Today, we fix that. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, and instead of your usual stiffness, you rise with ease. Your feet touch the floor, and the pain you once expected is just not there. You walk to the kitchen without groaning. You bend to pick something up without hesitation. You go for a walk, not because you have to, but because you want to. That future can start tonight by adding just a few powerful veggies to your dinner plate. Because what you eat before bed determines how your body repairs itself while you sleep. This is when healing begins, if your body has the right tools. One of the most powerful categories of vegetables for older legs: dark leafy greens. Spinach, Swiss chard, beet greens, they're loaded with nitrates, natural compounds that expand your blood vessels and increase circulation to your legs. That means more oxygen, more nutrients, more repair. And it's not just science, it's personal. Ask anyone over 60 who's made this simple switch. 2 cups of dark greens a day, lightly steamed or sauteed with a healthy fat like olive oil. Within weeks, their legs feel lighter, their knees more stable, their steps quicker. It's not magic, it's minerals. But greens alone aren't enough. You need color, deep, rich, vibrant color. Think of red bell peppers, purple cabbage, orange carrots. These colors come from plant pigments called flavonoids and carotenoids, potent antioxidants that soak up the inflammation, attacking your joints and muscles. Carrots, for example, are packed with beta-carotene and potassium, which reduce cramping and improve fluid balance in your legs. Purple cabbage contains anthocyanins, natural compounds shown to reduce oxidative stress and improve mobility in aging adults. This isn't just pretty food, it's pain-fighting power on your plate. Let's talk about legumes for a moment. Yes, they count too. Chickpeas, lentils, green peas, they're rich in plant-based protein and magnesium, both critical for muscle repair. Magnesium is especially vital because most seniors are deficient, and it's directly tied to cramping, spasms, and stiffness in the legs. Imagine your muscles are a car engine. Magnesium is the oil that keeps it running smoothly. Without it, you stall. With it, you move. Now, many seniors have been told to avoid nightshade vegetables like tomatoes or eggplants. But recent studies show they're only problematic for a small percentage of people with sensitivity. For most, these foods are incredibly anti-inflammatory, especially tomatoes, which contain lycopene. Lycopene has been linked to improved joint mobility and reduced leg swelling. If you've been avoiding these without cause, you might be missing out on nature's leg repair serum. Let's pause here and remember, this is not just about reducing pain. This is about reclaiming independence. Your legs are your foundation. They carry your body, your story, your future. Every time you choose processed snacks over healing vegetables, you're not just feeding hunger, you're feeding inflammation. And every time you choose nature, you're giving your legs a second chance. You might be wondering, is it too late for me? The answer is simple no. I've seen 70-year-olds regain their mobility. I've seen 80-year-olds go from walkers to walking trails. Not overnight, but with consistency, with the right foods, with a belief that the body can heal. Because it can. It wants to. Let me share a real story. A man named Raj, 68, had chronic knee pain. Doctors told him he'd need surgery. Instead, he changed his diet. Daily spinach smoothies, roasted carrots, baked sweet potatoes. Within 3 months, his swelling reduced. Within 6 months, he was walking without a cane. Today, he climbs stairs with ease. No pills, just plants. He told me, I feel like I'm 18 again, only wiser. That's the transformation I want for you. And here's the best part. It doesn't require a drastic change. You don't need to become a vegan or juice every day. Just add these vegetables to your existing meals. Add roasted carrots to dinner. Add spinach to your morning omelette. Swap potato chips for baked beet slices. You'll be shocked how small shifts create big change. Healing your legs isn't about punishment, it's about nourishment. Now, before we end, I want you to look at your legs. Really look at them, not with shame, but with honor. These legs have carried you through decades, through joy, heartbreak, milestones, and memories. They've never asked for much. But today, they're asking for help. Will you give them what they need? Because the choice is simple. You can wait until the pain is unbearable, until movement becomes a memory. Or you can choose to act now while healing is still possible. Start tonight. Choose greens, choose color, choose healing, and choose to believe. Yes, believe that life after 60 isn't a slow decline, it's a sacred return to strength. Thank you for listening. If this message touched you in any way, please share it. And in the comments, tell me what's one veggie you're adding to your plate tonight. I read every response. And together, we're building a community of strong, wise, and powerful seniors who are not done yet, not even close.